Alright, so let's test out the dome lights. They're not all the way permanently wired in, but what I have is up here, right there, and over there, and two under the dash bar, I guess you'd call it. They are rock lights, so these are the lights that go under trucks, like rock crawlers and stuff. And let's see how they work here. So they're green in color. That lights up all the floorboard. It lights up the seat. It lights up all the back seat area, and would light up the seat too. And when you're sitting in there, they don't really blind you in the eye, which is kind of a good thing. You know, on the camera they're really bright, but they're at just enough angle that they shine a little forward. And then the ones under the dash area are completely out of view for your eyes. So we'll have fun wiring all that. It's just two wires. In other news, what else have we done to this thing? I cannot really give you guys an update in quite a while. So I bought some turn signals. These are for a tractor supply store. I think they're like $6 a pop. As where the ones you buy from the Volkswagen specific shops and stuff are like 20. So bought some of those. They're DOT legal. They have the DOT number on it, and they also are dual filament, so I can use it for a running light and a flasher. Also welded in this A-pillar here. That way I had something to mount the light to, and also for the Miro. John gave me his baby turbo Miros from his Baja. He has other Miros now. The baby turbos look cool. They are the most horrible things ever. If anybody's ever had them, you know exactly what I mean. I mean, they got a lot of neat coolness to them. They got like a tint to them, but you can't see anything out of it. They're just too narrow. They're not wide enough. I mean, they're wide enough this way, but they're not tall enough to be able to make anything out of. But they're free and they're there. We got the shifter mounted. So I made a mount. It has to be raised above the floor because there's a tube that actually goes to it. Kind of almost like a stick shift tube, but it doesn't turn side to side. It just goes frontwards and backwards. So we had to have clearance on the bottom, so it had to be raised. The Volkswagen shifter mechanism is ingenious. The handle's reversible. It's just got a wedge. It comes over here and pushes a rod that has a little wheel down, which moves the lever to engage the lockout. So I don't know if you can see that here. But yeah. So I was going to cut it down, and then I started thinking, this is so simple. It's not that tall once you really look at it, especially where it is. It's going to be fine. Your hand won't hit the windshield. When it's all the way back, that's first gear. Actually, that's first gear right there. And you still have plenty of room for your hand, you know. So got that mounted. Got the lights mounted. Got another freebie from John. Gave me some of those old incandescent lights. He's got a nice little LED light bar now, so he doesn't need those. They work pretty good. They're probably going to burn up some wattage. Got the battery mounted to the front. Try and get some of the weight to the front. This thing is incredibly... It's not, you know, I thought it would be where you could just pick this thing up with one hand with the V6 in the back and balance it, but you can't. It's still heavy in the front, but it's a lot of weight in the rear. So the battery's in the front. I'm getting a winch for it. So the winch will go in the front. The gas tank's in the front. That's all going to add some weight to the front here. And what else did we do? We put spot seat belts. I went with a plain Jane 3-point seat belt here because I found these. They're made in America. They have the DOT rating on them. Trying to remember where I got these from. Let's see here. I'm sorry guys here. But the FMVSS 0209 whatever, assembled and tested in America. That's what you have to have for the DOT rating. It's not really a DOT number. It's that Federal Motor Vehicle Safety whatever bogusness. So where did I get these? from seatbeltsplus.com. That's where I got them. So, if you're looking for seatbelts, they are like $35. They are cheaper than the Chinese ones that I could find from like JBug. So just go to seatbeltplus.com. There's also a seatbelts.com, but seatbeltplus.com had the better price. They were made in America, and they also do sell a 4-point, but they're $100 a pop. These were $35. You know, difference between $600 and like $250 with the hardware. So for all 6. So, you know, I went with the cheaper option. Plus, I started thinking about it. The kids' booster seats with the 4-point setup will not work. It would just be like a lap belt going through it. Wouldn't be able to hold the seat all the way in. And the kids are in booster seats now, all except for one. So the 3-point was the better way. I still have to make a diagonal. So definitely so that I can have the 3rd point of the seat belt mount to it. But also, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do an X or just a diagonal from one corner to the next. I'll probably either do an X or a Y. I already got a brace in the bottom here, so I might do an X. It'd just be simpler to do an X. And then once I get that done, I'll move the seat back to the back, and we can start doing the back. We have to put a diagonal in the back. Also for the seat belt, we also have to mount the radiator again, and we also have to take the motor and transmission out because the other transmission has a transmission cooler on it. I have to find out if it will fit in there or not. I might end up having to redo all the mounts, unfortunately, for the motor and for the transmission, but so be it. Oh yeah, these are going to be my reverse lights. They're little spotlights. They are pencil beam. They're cheap, Amazon. I don't think I'd buy pencil beams again because they are just like they say. They shoot a beam out maybe like 1.5 feet, 2 foot wide at the most, and they'll shoot that for like 20, 30 feet. Sorry for the shaky camera, boys and girls. So that's about it for the buggy. We got steps on this side, front and rear. Got to have those for the kiddies to get in. I mounted the side panels. What I did was I used these coupling nuts. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, wow. Man, I'm just batting 1,000 today with this light. How about we turn lights on, Matt? Turn the lights on. We have lights. Look at that. So, I bought these because they're extra long. And so I tack welded them, you know, like 2 tacks on each side on the bracket on the inside, and then I used sidewalk bolts to hold my panel on because these have that huge head on it. They're like 1 inch in diameter for the head, and they're all 1/4 that's a standard thing, and they're stainless steel, which is kind of nice. They won't rust. So those are on there, and the reason I used the coupling nuts instead of just like a regular nut, there we go, more light, is I plan on trying to do some sort of interior panels on the inside at least. They may be just like plastic, but if you see up here on the front, see up here, it's almost flush, and I can put another nut on that on this side. So since that's welded on there, I can have screws from each side coming over and holding a panel on. That is my eventual plan there. So anyways, after that, oh my goodness, what else do we have to do? Right now I'm just trying to figure out where all the wires are going to be and all the lights and all that stuff and make mounts for it all. And that way, a friend of mine's offered to wire it up, and that way all that stuff will be planned out for him already. He won't have to figure out where the lights are going to go. I have to extend the rear cage to be able to put the back lights on, but that's a pretty simple thing. It already has the brackets for it. Just would need a tag light back there. The motor is basically, with the stock wiring harness, is like a 2-wire setup, but he's going to have to help me extend some wires to the front. For the fuel pump, I did buy a fuel pump. We'll see if it works. It's a Carter fuel pump. It's supposed to be low pressure, because apparently these TBIs only take like 30 pounds to 25 pounds depending on the model. So I bought what they call a low pressure pump. As is like still like 40 pounds or something like that. But that should feed this motor. I read that the Jeep guys were using them, believe it or not. So hopefully that will work. And then what else? We're getting closer and closer, you know. Just a matter of getting out here and getting some of the work done. The big deal will be getting the motor and transmission out again to put the other transmission in and figure out where it will fit. And then I can mount my radiator, and I can redo the engine mounts if I have to, and the exhaust will come after that. So anyways, boys and girls, this is rambling on a long time. I'm sorry, but just figured some people probably want to see what's happening with the old dune buggy. It hasn't had much done because of the virus stuff is taking up time, so now I've gotten a little bit of time to work on it and trying to make some headway. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the other videos.